everybody. Welcome back to Ghosting with Anya. Sorry about that yesterday. Yesterday I was going to do a podcast, but today I am. So we are live and notice anything new, but I switched studios because my friend's old client is moving in, and right behind me there is a ghost right there, and we're doing special effects here but little layouts. So thanks for following me back, and thank you for checking out my channel, and please click like, share, and subscribe. For official is from now on I'll be doing my podcasting here at the Ghosting with Anya in the basement. So this is my actual studio. I am right here, and right behind me is a spirit, like right there, if you can see, but I can't actually see it, but it's right there. So today's episode, we are doing the diner that never closed. So just I hope you guys are ready because I'm ready. And yeah, yesterday was kind of strange, so I didn't do my episode yesterday like I usually do. So yeah, we have something new. I've got an actual spirit behind me. Well, it's just a special effects. It's not really behind me, but in the camera you might see it, but it's right there. Doing what spirits normally do. It's just standing behind me watching probably. So let's get started on the ghost story. So just click like, share, subscribe, and thank you for following me here, and thank you for checking out my channel. Just please click like, share, subscribe, and you can support this. You can support my friend's channel. This is the best new thing I ever gotten. So let's get started. I'm using my phone. I don't have a little thing right now for me. It's probably somewhere, but right now I can just hold my hand. Well, I can hold my phone in my hand. So just sit back, relax, and let's get started on this episode. This is still season 3, episode 56. I know the lights are not good enough right now, but it's fine. At least it's creepy enough. So, the diner that never closed. All right, let's get started. Cal had been driving for 10 hours when he saw the neon sign blinking through the fog, open 24 hours. The diner looked frozen in time, chrome stools, red booths, and yeah. The smell of coffee and grease. A woman behind the counter greeted him by name before he could speak. Ooh, that's a little creepy, but let's continue on. So, he sat, ordered pie, and tried not to notice the faint hum. I probably would, but I would probably go investigate it a lot more. So, coming from the jukebox, the same song played again and again, like a heartbeat, trying to remember its rhythm. Sounds like a heartbeat that's going boom, 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 boom. And you probably can see the spirit doing something, but it's right there behind me. Halfway through his meal, the man behind the man beside him turned and said softly, "You took your time getting back." Cal froze. Back from where? The man smiled. From the accident. Ooh, that's tragic. Perhaps Cal passed away, did not know what's happening. Lightning flashed for an instant. The diner was empty, dusty, dark, abandoned. But when the light faded, everything was normal again. The waitress poured him more coffee. "Long drives can be tricky," she said. "Sometimes you don't realize when you've arrived." Cal looked out the window. The road was gone, just endless fog. And the hum grew louder. Holy shit! Man, that's tragic. And spirits like that don't know what's going on because they died instantly, but they just don't remember anything. So, yeah. Cal must have spaced out or didn't know how it happened. Cal just doesn't realize that he's dead. And somehow, maybe the lightning killed him, like flashed and then died in an accident. Just didn't realize it. So let's go to the questions. Was Cal in a liminal space between life and death, or just lost in memory? Well, I think maybe Cal is probably lost in his memory, and he's probably in between life and death. But I'm guessing he is probably freaking out, or he just discovered something, but he doesn't remember how he died, maybe on his way to the diner or on his way home. But this is what happens when people don't pay attention and they end up in a car accident. But I think it's probably just lost in his memory. If you guys think he is, let me know. Leave me the comment down below. So let's go to number 2. Why do you think the waitress already knew his name? I'm thinking probably she might be psychic, or maybe she's a god. Already knew who he was. Maybe she was watching from the spirit world. Perhaps he's already in the spirit world now, but he just doesn't remember. So Cal probably is stunned when she said his name before he ended up speaking. Flabbergasted, apparently. So, in my defense, the waitress probably was psychic. Or she's probably dead. She might be a witch, but I don't really know. But we'll have to figure it out if we do our research. So, I'm guessing that I think the waitress is psychic. Perhaps she already knew who he really was, but maybe she read the newspaper about him and what really happened. Maybe I don't know, she's a ghost as well, but happens all the time, and they don't remember anything until they go back to the beginning where it happened, and until they make sense. They have to go back into the beginning where they died, how they died. They need, like, evidence. But I think she really did know his name. It just happens. Let's go to number 3. Could the hum symbolize the thin line between two worlds? I think yes. So, um, yes, it can be. If you guys think it might symbolize it with a thin line, I think it does. If you have questions, you can always leave me a comment down below, like right there. So, yeah. But I think it's probably connected to the spirit world and the living world, which is right here in our living world that we live in. So right now, the spirit is like right behind me, doing whatever it's doing, just looking right at me, probably not moving, but that's okay. It's probably listening every word I'm saying, so it's quite all right. Let's go to number 4. Was the diner waiting for him or made by him? My guess is that I'm thinking it's probably waiting for him, and at the same time it's probably made by him. It's probably his conscious, like subconscious, like his memories. It's a time loop. This is what it is. So, um yeah. Okay, so we have like 3 more questions before I sign off and get some lunch soon. Um, but yeah, uh, I think it's probably waiting for him. He's probably passed on. He just doesn't remember how he died. He's probably chosen somehow, but this is how it is. But it's just how it is. So I think it was waiting for him and made by him. Maybe it's just his memories that were not being recovered yet. He just doesn't realize it. Maybe he was making the diner by himself, and or it was probably waiting. I think it was waiting for him from the spirit world. So let's uh go to number 5. How do we know when we've truly left somewhere behind? Well, the reason we know about this is probably because we've had death experience, like accidentally. I mean, I've died 4 times and I've come back and I had no memories, but some things were left behind for a reason. We had a near death experience. That's what it is. And we come back to it. Things were still inside our mind, but some were left. But as we die, our spirits like clearly come out of our bodies and decide to like float away somewhere, like wherever it is, like between our our living world and a spirit world. And I almost joined my ancestors, okay? When I had my death experience, like near death experience, I literally when I had diabetic attack back in 2010, um I almost joined my ancestors, but they said it wasn't my time yet, so I came back into the physical world and I had no memory what happened. But if we want to, we would choose to go into the spirit world and stay there forever and not age. But we can create our memories like where we once were when we were alive, like the diner or the park or the last moments before you died. That very happiest ending or whatever, but it's just the way it is, I guess. So let's go to number 6. Why does nostalgia often feel haunted? Well, it's probably because being nostalgic is like you're processing this whole thing. Once you find out, you cannot unfind out. Once someone told you that, you cannot unhear it. You are nostalgic, hysterical, shocked. So this is what it is. And if you're like being haunted by it, it's like the memories are resurfacing no matter how much you want to get rid of it, but you can't, but they keep coming back. It's probably because of the memories that you might carry. And you don't know how to get rid of it, but sound can just clearly just stay right where they are. And no matter how hard you try to forget, it always comes back to haunt you. So you can feel like a lot of emotions, like spirits, for instance. This ghost can feel whatever it feels, like anger, sadness, happiness, and confusion. This is what it is. We all feel it. And, bunch of emotions. That's just how we are. It's a part of us, it's who we are, and we cannot ignore it. So, sorry about that. Sorry about that. I had to sneeze. Let's go to number 7. Would you keep eating if you weren't sure you were still alive? Sorry about that. That was the last one. Would you keep eating if you weren't sure you were still alive? Well, if I were still alive, I would still be eating. If I weren't alive, I probably would not be eating anything because I'm dead and I can't eat anything. I cannot touch anything. And I can't do anything because I'm dead. I'm a spirit, but trapped in the spirit world. And I can't like literally do anything because I'm dead. But if I were alive, I would still be eating something like a hot meal from when you were a child. And like say your childhood memories, like soup or meatballs and spaghetti or something you love, like say Mexican stuff, like a churro or tamales or whatever you've been eating if you're still alive. But but this is how we are if you're still eating. But it's like a memory. You go back to your memories when you were a child. You go back to the beginning where it happened. Like when you were little, you're still eating, you're still alive. But if your spirit is screaming out, you can't eat anything. But yeah, so oh my goodness. So anyway, yeah. This is how it is. So if you want to eat something, you gotta eat before something happens. Sorry about that. Batteries must have gone low, but I'm about to sign off. Until next time, we'll be doing episode 57, which is the baby monitor, which is something to do with kids and baby monitors. If you want me to stay on so I can do episode number 57, I can. It's almost lunchtime, and yesterday we had a power outage, and now we are back on, so we can get back on our normal day. So, but yeah, that's all we have for today. So next week we'll be doing episode 57, which is the baby monitor. but today is a good day, finally. But yeah, I got a whole new studio here, and the spirit's right behind me, but if I turn around, I won't be able to see it. So, yeah, this is just special effects here. So, but now I can do my podcast here, and I'm still writing my book. I'll have to get more stuff. So, yeah, I am writing my book. I'll have to